Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Chris and welcome to Simple Things Life. Okay, so it's getting towards the end of the week and I thought I'd do a video today on being grateful. So I've been looking at a lot lately and thinking about it lately, and it seems really amazing that we're in the state of being grateful. There's something about the frequency there. Not just on a quantum physics level, but also on the way that it makes us feel. I've noticed that if I do and say these words, thank you, I'm so grateful, and I can put something on the end or just say those words, thank you, I'm so grateful, it sets out a frequency that feels amazing. It's like in that moment you could want for nothing more. It seems a wild thing to think, right? It's like you think when I even say thank you, I'm grateful, whatever, that I have a huge mansion and a Ferrari, right? Like you think that that's when you would maybe feel really, really grateful, okay? But I've found that if you just say thank you, I'm grateful, and just be in that frequency and feel that, it's incredible. It's really like that frequency. You could want for nothing more in that moment. And when we tie that in to how reality works and how the quantum field works, it's absolutely perfect, because it's like being in the state of being grateful. You're almost saying, I'm completely energy efficient, okay? If you want to get in the quantum physics side of it. So you're so energy efficient that it's just perfect. And now, when that is reflected back from the universe, then that means that the things that will come into particle form in your reality will be the perfect things for you to be grateful for. Okay, so let's do a few breaths now, and then we're going to look at this deeper, okay? Because I think it's something that can help all of our lives. Okay, so we're going to take 3 deep breaths now. We're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And we're just going to relax, okay? And be right in this moment. So here we go. Perfect. So wherever you are in your life right now, and if you're in a place where you don't feel grateful about anything that much, okay? You can't think of that much, things aren't going your way, then this is really going to help you. And if you're in a place where there's things you do feel grateful about, then this is just going to accelerate that and bring you into a place where even more amazing things can happen. So the difference is we're often taught to come from the space where we're reacting to what the outside world presents to us, right? So wherever you are in this moment and whatever is around you in your life is how you base your sense of happiness from, right? So what we've learned from quantum physics is that if you set your frequency, whatever that frequency is that that's what the particle form, meaning the life around you, is going to show you in reality. So the equation I use that I've made is F, frequency, and then in brackets is space and time, okay? So meaning that the frequency determines what happens in your space and time. And space and time, right, is just the place and time that you're in. Okay, so if you follow me here, if we set the frequency to the frequency of, like, imagine we're saying to the universe, okay, to the reality around us, thank you, I'm so grateful, then that means that in the brackets, the space and time inside the brackets in the equation of reality will reflect that frequency. So all of a sudden, say to you, what that really meant for you was a brand new car and a new relationship with someone to love. Well, your chances of that happening are going to be definitely greater, okay? If you are coming from the frequency of thank you, I'm so grateful. So you can test it out yourself by imagining right now that you could, there was a genie, okay, and you could make a wish right now. You could make a wish of exactly something you wanted, okay? Say it was $1 billion, okay? So you wouldn't have to worry about any material things again. And right wherever you are now, it was like, okay, here is $1 billion. Like, you would really mean it. You would be like, thank you, I'm so grateful. And you would really mean it, okay? That feeling, you can do it right now, and you know that's how you're feeling, okay? That real grateful, like, yes, thank you. Well, if you can do that same feeling and just be thank you, I'm so grateful, just because of that feeling, then what will happen is that frequency will go into the quantum field and manifest into particle form, into the actual things that are best for you. Okay, now this won't always mean sometimes that it's the thing you think will be best for you, okay? So perhaps your car broke down and you were like, no, this is the worst thing, like I can't believe it, on my way to a job interview my car breaks down. But what happens if the person who picked you up, the tow truck driver, comes and he gives you a lift in his tow truck, you start talking to him, and it turns out that he has a friend, and he's like, oh, you get on so well with my friend Jill, right? And then you meet Jill, and you and Jill hit it off and get married, right? And it would never have happened if the car hadn't broken down. But at the time that the car broke down, you'd just been doing the frequency of thank you, I'm so grateful. And this is the key. When the car broke down, while it happened, and it seemed like it was the worst thing possible, you were able to maintain the frequency of thank you, I'm so grateful. I've tested it out myself in situations which don't seem like they're a good thing at all. And I can tell you, if you can get through that, and it's like in surfing, when you're inside a barrel, inside the wave on surfing, if you can hold your line and not just fall off and not jump off, but hold your line, and just go, okay, I'm holding the line, and you'll pop out the end of the wave into the light, and it's amazing. But if you had just given up the frequency and gone, I'll just give up, then you would have fallen off. And the same as this thing, if you can hold the frequency of thank you, I'm so grateful, no matter what happens, okay, then at the other side, your chances, okay, if you look at it like, you can never guarantee, but your chances of something happening that are in the perfect frequency for you are much greater, okay? And you won't always see it in the instant, and it can be a chain reaction of something that happens down the line. So you're standing down the side of the road, and you're just waiting, your car's like up in smoke, and you're just standing there, and an airline flies past, and it says, whatever, Southwest Airline, and you're just standing there, you've got nothing else to look at, and you see that airline, and somehow that puts in your mind, Southwest Airline, okay? And then an opportunity might come up where you see in a magazine something for some reason about Southwest Airline, and you somehow find an amazing price on a ticket, and you end up in Hawaii. And it was only because of that. And when you go to Hawaii, maybe that's where you meet someone you have a relationship with, or that's where you have an amazing experience and meet some cool people. Well, that little thing could have led to that. You see how it works? Is that the time and the place, okay, in space-time, are just part of the frequency, okay? They're determined by the frequency, but the frequency is thank you, I'm so grateful. Now, what's so incredible about this gift is it allows us now to move through life and have some form of control, that we're not just waiting and reacting to things to happen. Even when things happen, we can keep our cool and stay in that place and know that it will be the best thing for us. Okay, so let's do another 3 breaths now. And we're gonna, as we breathe now, let's try to say to ourselves and imagine that feeling that someone now just gave you that gift of the perfect thing you wanted, that you really want, and you were just like, thank you, I'm so grateful, and really feel it from your heart. Okay, here we go. perfect. And remember, these breaths, if you practice these breaths, just like this, nice and easy, and you practice saying that, and just laying in your bed at your home, or sitting in a chair, or outside if you like in nature, like I am now, and saying, thank you, I'm so grateful. Now, if you want to get further, I could say, thank you, I'm so grateful I have the perfect relationship with my perfect partner. Okay? And you try that one, even though you may not have met them yet, okay? Then what that's going to mean is that you're setting that frequency up, you see? So you'll feel like you are already grateful for it, even though it hasn't happened yet. Or if you are in a relationship, no matter with it's with different family members, a partner, children, etc., you can use that to improve the situation, right? So what you're then doing is, I call it harmony energy and friction energy, okay? And so in us, we have a state of harmony energy and friction energy. And from what I've worked out, the friction energy comes from the reptilian part of the brain, okay? So it's the flight or fight mode. It's the one that makes you stressed out about, always worried about, will I have enough? Will it be okay? Will I have enough? And then our neocortex is the altruistic part. And the altruism part is like, I'm just going to do the best for someone else just because. And that's the part that's the most modern part, okay? So in evolution, it's the part that's like, expects something good to happen, right? And the part of the back of the brain's like, be worried, something's not going to happen your way. So how I've worked it out is in evolution, we're in this stage where we're trying to move more forward into the positive thinking instead of the negative thinking, okay? So you'll see in your life both of those thoughts. Like, part of you might be like, yes, I could do it. I know I could get the perfect job. It's right around the corner. The other part might be like, no, it's impossible. Like, it won't happen. It'll give you all the reasons not. Well, now that we understand quantum physics more, and science has backed this up through its experiments, we know now that yes, that positive way of thinking and affirming something is the way to go, because that's how we set our frequency and affect the quantum reality around us. So it's absolutely magic. So if you can imagine a movie back in the day where you saw a magician, and he's like one of those magicians with a long beard and long hair, and he's doing a magical thing, and it seems like unbelievable, like wow, it's a wizard, it could never happen. Well, in reality, you're actually your own wizard right now, except for if you don't have the knowledge and the tools to do your magic, okay, then you just won't be able to do it. You'll stay in the system where you're not aware of that, but you have all that ability within you. You can literally do these things, and I've seen it myself. That's how I know it worked. If I hadn't put these things to the test, I wouldn't be doing this video, because I don't want to do a video and tell people things that I'm not sure would work, but I know it works. It's worked for me, and if you practice it, eventually it will work for you. And because time and space are just part of the equation, it can happen very quickly, and it may take time, but the time that it takes will be the perfect time. So if you keep doing it and you get your little tests, right? The little annoyances and things that you get stressed off every day, you know, someone cuts you off in traffic, you miss your bus, whatever the thing is, everyone has little things every day, okay? You drop a cup on the floor. Well, they're the times to practice and just go, thank you, I'm so grateful. I'm in the perfect place and time for my perfect happiness, harmony, okay? And by saying that, you're affirming that you're in the perfect place and time, even though you may not understand why. So let's try that one again. Thank you, I'm so grateful. I choose I'm in the perfect place and time for my perfect happiness, harmony. And you can do that one all the time. The more you do it, the better, okay? So it's called momentum. I call it the momentum factor. The more momentum that the frequency has behind it, the greater chance that it'll have power, okay? So it's like on a wave. If I take off on a wave and I come off the bottom turn and I start gathering speed on the surfboard, the more momentum I have, the faster I can go on the wave. And then when I go to a maneuver on the wave, I go up to the top of the wave like this, I have more power to put into it. And the same is in real life, okay, or in normal waking day life for you, because everything is waves in the quantum world. When you have more momentum on that wave, it means that the more momentum you'll have going towards the frequency and thus the quantum reality you want to produce, okay? Which is great because it's so simple, but if you don't know about it, then it's like magic, it's a mystery, okay? And that's what I'm hoping to do here at Simple Things Life, is share these things that I've worked out and studied so they can help make your life easier, okay? So we can all be in a happy, easier life. Okay, so let's take another 3 deep breaths now, and we'll keep moving on. So I want you to feel, again, just that gratitude, and just be happy for being in this moment and realize the magic that the next moment after you do this, anything amazing could happen, okay? Anything amazing that you want could happen, potentially. So let's take a deep breath in and out through the nose now. And this is one breath you can do if you're in public and you don't want people to know you're doing deep breathing exercises, okay? Perfect. Now, the other great thing that we've learned, is neuroscience has taught us in the last so many years, really the last decade, if you look at it, is that as we do this and we rewire our brain, so our brain is like a garden, okay? Inside there, all the different connections, and we have certain patterns in there that the patterns that, let's say, negative patterns or patterns that have meant we've kept thinking over time, we can't do this, it can't happen. Well, as we keep saying things like, I'm so grateful, thank you, I'm so grateful, well, imagine it grows a new amazing garden, okay? So let's imagine it's just a flower, and that new amazing rose, let's say a lotus, let's use the lotus, a beautiful lotus flower. And as we rewire the brain and we say, thank you, I'm so grateful, it's like gives energy to that lotus, and that lotus grows in the garden, in the mind, and it forms all the new connections. And what starts happening is that starts to change our brain, and that therefore that then changes the quantum reality around us. So as you grow that new garden, and if you like snip out the weeds of the old one, the one that will like, bad things always happen to me, why does this always happen to me, nothing ever goes right. Well, if you keep doing that, then that's exactly how your life will be, as unfortunate as it sounds. But the great thing is that by having this knowledge, however you're watching this video in this time and space, that's a gift to you that you've brought to yourself. The fact, however you've ended up on this random video, is an amazing thing, because from here, you can literally change your reality in your life from wherever you are now. And you're going to feel it straight away. That's how you'll know. You'll just feel good, like, man, thank goodness. It's like taking a breath, right? Like, thank goodness. There's a chance that everything can turn out and go my way, and I won't be just subject to what's happening in the world around me. That you can have some sort of control, and that's an amazing gift. I mean, it's truly magical to then how most people think things go. And here we are, and we know it's true. It's not just like a thought, like, a wishful thinking. We know the science backs us up, and that's truly a gift to you, and that'll help you be more loving to the people around you straight away, happier to the people you come in contact with real life, because you'll just be so, when you're saying, thank you, I'm so grateful. Well, imagine you have that energy when you go into your public, and when you meet your relatives the next time, or you see your family tomorrow when you wake in the morning, and you have this feeling and this vibe, and they know how you are, they'll be like, wow, they seem so happy and positive. And at the moment, with so many changes in the world, there's a lot of people who are upset about many things, and to be able to stay in this high frequency where we're happy and grateful, you can really be a benefit to the people around you, okay? So you can be the rock that they depend upon as they're feeling all the emotional up and down, and you're able to just hold your line on that wave, okay? Like a surfer, and come out the other side. Okay, so let's do a final breath, series of breaths now. Let's do 5 deep breaths, and I want you just to relax your shoulders, relax your neck, okay? And keep your eyes open or closed, and let's take 5 deep breaths and just imagine that you're right in the perfect place and time for your perfect happiness, harmony, and you're so happy and so thankful and so grateful that you are in that place. That's a true gift that you've given to yourself by being here and watching this video. So let's go. Great. All right. So remember to watch this video again. Check out my other videos. If you like, click like and subscribe. If you want to leave any comments and advice, and if you have any ideas on subjects we can talk about, just leave them below. And watch the video again. If you watch it tonight, then watch it again tomorrow. And watch it every day, right? If it helps you stay in the frequency. Think of me like that I'm just sitting here, okay? Anytime you like, just pull out your phone or your computer and just put this on to help keep you in the moment. And when those thoughts come up that are saying, no, this it can't be true, I can't have happiness, I can't be thankful, well, you know what? Don't even battle the thoughts, okay? Just take some breaths, put on this and listen to it, okay? And that'll help you get through all those moments until you start to see those little signs that show you that, wow, this is really working. I'm actually feeling better and things are starting to go my way. Okay? So until next time, my name's Chris and this is Simple Things Life. Have a good night and I'll speak to you all soon.